Oh my god, thank goodness. Patch 6.1 notes have finally released, meaning that this patch will be coming at us within 1 or 2 days. Holy shit, this preseason has been, just like every other one. Gotta love it. But, I'm really excited for the new season to start, and, man, I honestly could not have waited any longer for these patch notes. So, for this video, I'm gonna go over everything that seems pretty interesting in these patches. Obviously, it's gonna be a huge one because it's a season starter patch. So this will be pretty fun, pretty exciting. Reading everything that's gonna be introduced into this new season. So let's get into it. The new champ select. Oh my God, have you guys seen that? Seen the new champ select? That thing is beautiful. Holy crap, that's gonna be really cool. But I'm pretty sure it's just new champ select is coming to normal and ranked draft queues. I think normal is gonna get it first and then ranked draft just like before. So that's how that's gonna work. But yeah, so far I've already read into all this kind of stuff. So the one thing I've been reading on Reddit though is for people who haven't used it or looked into it yet is the whole lock it in thing. If you pick your champion and then, like, let's say you just move away from your computer, go use the bathroom and grab a drink, it'll mark you as AFK and you won't get into the match. You actually have to hit the lock in button with your champion in order for you to move on and continue playing. Because if you just select a champion and then you just leave, instead of it locking in for you, it's just gonna go ahead and kick you out, and it'll make you lose LP. It'll give you a penalty or whatnot, so you need to watch out for that. Other than that, the new champ select is pretty cool. New season, of course. Alright, let's go on the champions. Bard. Passive Traveler's Call. Meeps now additionally hit in an 150 radius around the primary target. Okay, so they're going to have some AoE on it. Huh. Freaking Bard, dude. That should be pretty fun. Wow. AoE on his Meeps. Huh. That's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to definitely look into some Bard players using this one, because that seems pretty interesting. Alright, let's see brand. Pyroclasm. Fix the bug where Pyroclasm would always prioritize enemy champions unless it killed its target. That's awesome. On top of being a Zillion main, I am a brand main as well. So for Pyroclasm to kill someone and then just go off and just bounce in between minions was really annoying. So if it kills its target and it continues to hit the other burned up champions, then that's going to be pretty awesome. That's definitely a great buff for Brand. He's definitely going to stay on top again as a mid. Let's see Caitlyn. Passive Headshot. Use the skill fix the bug where Caitlyn will walk around towards her empowered headshot targeted less than 60. Alright. I don't think I've seen that. I don't really play Kate, so would have never felt that. Fix the bug where Caitlyn's next base attack would sometimes be delayed more than... okay. Fix the bug where Caitlyn would sometimes take longer than intended before firing an empowered headshot than swapping targets. Oh wow. She was really buggy. Yordle Trap. Now slightly better at catching small champions like Yordles. Alright. Fiddlesticks. Dark Wind. Cost 50, 70, 130 to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh, cool. Alright. Gangplank. Trial by Fire. Passive. Duration is from 1.5 to 2.5 now. Ticks from 6 to 10. Damage per tick reduced. Total damage unchanged. Ratio 1.2. Bonus attack damage is now 1.0 bonus attack damage. Oh, cool. Yeah, Gangplank, he's a pretty good top laner right now. I see a lot of people say that he's definitely one of the better picks. I know Darius really likes Gangplank. I take him in the custom games every once in a while just to test him out. He seems pretty cool, but he's not a champion I'd ever play. I just can't get used to the whole barrel crap. It's just too much of a mini game for me, basically. Alright, bug fixes. Gets excited. Fix the bug where Jinx was getting more than one passive stack after killing an inhibitor. What the hell? And Switcheroo Freeloader. Fix the bug where Jinx was able to cast rockets for free when out of mana. What? Fix the bug where Jinx was receiving less attack speed than intended from getting excited when using Fishbones the rocket launcher. Huh. Switcheroo can no longer be cast while disabled. Huh, wow. Let's see Callista. General. Spears Forever. Fix the bug where Callista sometimes continued auto-attacking through a few loss of control states. What? Was it actually doing damage? Because that's pretty broken. But oh well, it's gone now. Ren. Cost 40 to 30 mana. Refund on single kill is 0 mana now. Oh wow. Refund on multi-kill is 30 mana. Okay, that's cool. Let's see, Kha'Zix, passive unseen threat. Speed increase to match Kha'Zix's basic attack animation. Okay. Void Spike has a larger radius. So now that it's going to hit more, it'll probably heal more since it's doing more damage. That's pretty cool for Kha'Zix. Leap, range increase to 700, evolved range unchanged. Okay. LeBlanc, missile speed increased. Alright, same thing. Both her E's have been increased. Misfortune, passive love tap. Thank God this thing got nerfed. Holy crap. It went from 0.6 to 0.5. That wasn't an issue. Whatever. This right here was the most retarded thing I've ever seen. Damage is now from 90 to 310 to 80 to 220. Thank God. That 310? Are you serious, dude? That base damage was so ridiculous in lane. That's why these freaking buttholes kept maxing it in lane. You go to level 5, make it rain, and then with Thunderlord's Decree, dude, holy shit, that was the worst laning ever. Especially as like a support Misfortune that was just, oh my God, it was horrible. But thank God this is over. Let's see, Mordekaiser. Delay on shield decay from 1 to 1.5 seconds. Alright. So his shield's not going to go down as fast anymore. You can now cast it on allied can now be cast on allied minions. Melee and casted minions have smaller rings. Temporary harvesters. Effect now ends if Mordekaiser or his allies die. Oh wow, okay. Children of the Grave. Attack damage is now 1.0 of Mordekaiser's bonus attack damage instead of 10, 20, 50 attack damage. Oh wow. Damage split, 50% on cast is now 25% on cast plus 75% over 10 seconds. Total damage unchanged. Oh wow. Alright, let's see. Riven. Runic Blade. Ratio 0.2 to 0.5. Total attack damage from 1 through 18 to now 0.25 to 0.5 total attack damage from 1 to 18. Okay. So that one got buffed for earlier game. Alright, let's see. Rumble. Collision radius 35. Okay, so he's smaller now. Flame Spitter 550 to 600. Oh wow, that's cool. Tick rate. Oh, holy shit. Oh wow. That Q is gonna be pretty cool now. Wow. Alright, let's see. Teemo. Teemo, basic attack damage increase. Teemo can now stealth while moving in bush. Combat still reads delay. Teemo longer stealth twice as fast in bush. Alright. Noxus Trap. Is that cast range? Yep. 400 said. Alright. Alright, Trundle. He was another pain in the butt. Chomp. No longer affects turrets. Wrecked. Pillar of Ice. 60 to 75 mana. Thank God for those Trundle supports. Gonna make it harder. Same thing with Subjugate. The cooldown's increased and the mana cost is increased. So it's gonna make it harder for Trundle to actually be a support. Since he won't have, since his spells are gonna cost a lot more mana. I'm not sure if it'll stop people, but that's definitely its intent. But the mana increases. The cooldown on his ult thing though, that's because that shit was retardedly low. 80 seconds. Yeah, an 80-second cooldown on an ult at level 1 is pretty serious. I used to play Trundle a lot back in the day. I always thought it was pretty cool. I always loved that his ult cooldown was so low. But yeah, it's definitely not gonna be like that anymore. Let's see, Repel. Fix a bug where Elise would quickly drop onto a nearby enemy when self-casting Repel. Weird. Alright, let's see. Poppy. What's up with Poppy? Hammer Shock. If Poppy casts Hammer Shock immediately after Heroic Charge, Hammer Shock will cast towards her target. I have not played any Poppy since her change, so I have no idea what kind of interactions have been changed with this being the way it is now. Let's see. Thresh. Fix the visual bug where upon despawning, uncollecting souls appear to fly to Thresh instead of vanishing. Ooh. Fix the bug where certain targeted abilities such as Twisted Fates pick a card would pass through the wind wall as it spawned. Well, that's not fun. Alright, Urgot. Noxian Corrosive Charge. Fix the bug where Noxian Corrosive Charge was granting too much vision for the duration. And let's see, the Electron Storm Grenade. Fix the bug where Heimerdinger's grenade was granting too much vision for the duration. Okay. So, so from the looks of it, just a lot of the annoying champions were the ones that got clocked. A couple small buffs here and there, obvious bug fixes being fixed or whatnot, so that's pretty cool. Trundle and MF getting tuned out. It's like that was that's pretty much what I was looking forward towards this patch, because those two they were a pain in the ass in lane, especially as a support main having a Trundle. And well, Trundle wasn't too bad. Actually, no, he was still a pain to me. But Misfortune, holy shit, dude. She was not fair in lane, especially as a support Zillion. It's like all she does is cast E on top of you. You lose 2 bars of health, and you get a Thunderlord proc on top of your head, and you're just sitting there like, what the fuck, dude? How does she just do that much damage at level 2 or 3? And I'm sitting here trying to land a bomb on someone, and it's only doing like half a bar of damage. I was just like, whatever. But that's all gone now, so let's see how that happens. Alright, let's see some minions. I know a lot of people were complaining about minions, so let's see what's happened with them. Performance anxiety. Minions no longer freeze or awkwardly lock eyes with other minions. Oh, crap, I've seen that happen so many times. Minions now display how much damage or how much bonus damage or damage reduction they have from pushing changes implemented into 5.23. Okay. Minions no longer acquire new targets that are in the river or jungle. And if they are in river or jungle, they refuse to acquire any target until they leave. Okay, that's cool. Because I've seen where you go into the jungle or whatnot, and you're in there with a minion. Next thing you know, it swaps between you and your ally, and it just stays there following you like a freaking homing ward, and it was just really annoying. You're just sitting there like, what the fuck, dude? Stop chasing me. It just keeps chasing you because it keeps acquiring a new target while in there. That was annoying. Alright, let's see. Now additionally calls for help in a ring around your opponent when attacked near minions. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, it was implemented in 5.22 but not undocumented. What? I don't know. Alright, let's see the jungle. They always gotta change the jungle, don't they? But I don't think they did it too much. I think the biggest change was this was a new enchantment, which is Runic Echoes. So now build path. Tier 2 jungle item, Amplifying Tomb, and Ether Wisp. Plus 340 gold. Total cost 26.25. Ability power 60. Movement speed 10%. Echo gains charges upon moving or casting at full charges. The next spell hit expends all charges. Deal 80 plus 0.10 ability power magic to up to 4 targets. The effect deals 250% damage to large minions hitting a large monster, while with this effect will restore 18% of your missing mana. Okay, so it's just a looting echo for the jungle. I did see a rioter post in a Reddit thread saying that it's going to be a unique passive to where it's not going to stack with what do you call that thing? Luden's Echo. So it's not going to be super broken on champions like that. But definitely people like Diana, Echo, all those AP junglers, they're definitely gonna have a riot with this new weapon. So be careful out there with those new AP junglers, because this is definitely gonna make them climb back on top. Let's see, Smite no longer triggers spell effects. Okay, then whatever. No longer triggers spell effects such as Spell Vamp or Rally's Crystal Scepter. Then that makes sense. I don't understand why Smite was doing that, but okay. Tier 2 jungle items. Alright, 1,000 from 1050. Mana regeneration in jungle from 150 to 180. Okay, see, they're definitely trying to bring back the AP junglers, so keep your eye on those. Especially if you're one of the junglers, you might want to try out some of the new APs and see which are stronger than others. Let's see, the Rift Herald. Base damage, yeah, that thing would clobber you, so I guess they reduced the damage to make it safer to get. Razor Sharp Raptor buff. Fix several bugs with Razor Sharp where it would not go off and the nearest enemy object was not a ward. Change trigger range from 1250 to 900 to better sync with the range of wards. That makes sense. I hated this thing triggering, and I ran into 4 bushes. I still couldn't find it. Next thing you know, it's in God knows where, Fuckville, down the street, and you're just like, well, what the hell? I just wasted all the time trying to find this ward. Alright, change the trigger range for blue trinket wards from 1250 to 500 to better sync with range of wards. Yep. Warding totem, this thing got buffed. Now between 180 to 90 seconds, 1 through 18. And also with the far sight, this thing got nerfed earlier, but it stays the same towards the end, so people might want to hold on to the warden totem a little bit longer. Let's see, elixirs. You can now drink elixirs while dead. Okay. The eye wheel. Okay, these are the combination ones with the sightstone. they still suck, in my opinion. I don't understand why you would want to give up your active just so you can have extra space in your inventory. Like, mana regeneration from 150 to 100. Okay. Slow duration now scales based on distance traveled. That makes sense. Kind of stupid to have a freaking Nasus Wither on someone when you're literally right next to them and you just hit Frost Queen's Claim. Ghost gets progressively more spooky as they travel. What the fuck? Okay, so that's gonna be pretty cute. Definitely nothing changed except the mana regen, so it's still gonna be pretty devastating when you're scoping out people for a catch or whatnot. So Frost Queen's Claim is definitely still gonna stay up top. It's not gonna stop anyone from using it. Certified Cape, more armor. Okay, cool. Ginsu's Ranged Blade. Ranged champions can no longer wrecked. Okay, here we go. Ranged champions can no longer activate Ginsu's Rage on the same basic attack that grants them their 8th stack. Okay. Phantom Dancer, movement speed. Gets more movement speed now. And bonuses. Okay, so it gets flat movement speed, but then the movement speed near enemies was reduced. Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy if they gave it this and didn't change the near enemy one. You'd be going pretty fast with Phantom Dancer at that point. Let's see, static shift. Bonus damage to minions to 120. Okay, so this is definitely the push attack speed one. So people like Varus and Silver are definitely gonna want to go for static shift since they're just gonna be wanting they're gonna want to be pushing lanes hard as hell. Ruin's Hurricane, movement speed to 7%. That's cool. Attack range from hitbox center to edge. What? Attack range from hitbox is from the center. Well, it was from the center. Now it's to the edge. I'm not sure what that means. Probably gonna have to look at a YouTube video for that. I have no idea. All right, rapid fire. Whoops. Rapid fire cannon. What the hell? There we go. Rapid fire cannon. Movement speed from 8% to 7%, but now can be found in auto shopper searching RFC. That's funny. Okay, so literally 1% less movement speed on rapid fire cannon. Alright, cool. So for the pushers, for the nukers, and Ruin's Hurricane is Ruin's Hurricane for whoever uses that. Lord Dominic's and Mortal Reminder, they got more bonus armor penetration. That's cool. Time at, let's see, combined cost 175, total cost, okay. Yes, it's time at lost its active. For people to still be going for the price it was kind of, it made people question buying time at a lot. They'd rather have gotten the other piece, the one where if you kill units you gain extra health or whatnot. So its cost being lowered will definitely make people want to be like, why not? Ravenous Hydra, same thing, its gold got reduced, that's cool. Combined cost, same thing, got lowered. Alright. Death's Dance. Combined cost 625, attack damage is 75 now, okay. Healing, 12% physical damage dealt is now 15% physical damage dealt. And damage to bleed is now from 12% to 15%. If you don't know what that means, it means with Death Dance, once you get this item, damage you take is actually, or a certain amount of damage you take is actually transferred as a bleed on you. And so basically you don't get hit as hard. It's more for the assassins, so when you do get hit, it all just doesn't happen at once. You get some of that damage put into a dot, and hopefully you can, I'm not sure if you can clear Death's Dance DOT with a QSS or whatnot, but I guess with like a heal or some kind of health pot or something, you know, you could probably save yourself instead of being nuked all at once. More dance partners. Fix the bug where the heal wouldn't occur with some on-hit effects such as Aatrox W, Blade of the Rune King, or Hydras. Okay, well, that got changed. Death Dance definitely looks a bit more appealing now. Alright, the Masteries. This is what a lot of people were complaining about. They were just like, oh, too much Thunderlords. But with the whole Riot thing, they said they were not going to nerf Thunderlords. They said, we do not, in their words, they said that they did not want to keep chopping down the tree until eventually only stumps were left. Meaning, they didn't want to nerf Thunderlords, and then everybody's like, oh, well now it's time for Well, since Thunderlord's nerfed, obviously it's Deathfire's touch now. Oh, Deathfire's touch got nerfed again. Oh, Thunderlord's back on top. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They didn't want that. What they wanted to do was make it to where every single one had its strengths depending on what champion you picked, and not everyone would find Deathfire's touch as appealing because other things are just as valuable, if not better, depending on the champion that you pick. So that's what they decided to do. So Warlord's Bloodlust. It was 15% of the damage dealt that'll heal you. Now it's between 5 to 25% of the damage dealt at between levels 1 through 18, and the flat attack speed has increased to 30%. So ADCs are definitely gonna want to look into this one a bit more. Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't play ADC that much, so you'd have to look at Sneaky or Double F for this. Let's see, Fervor of Battle, damage on hit is now 1 through 14, and the stacks were lowered, so now you build up those that damage a lot quicker, and it's actually stronger later in game, so that's pretty cool. Deathfire's touch had its ability power increased and its AD increased slightly, so that's pretty cool. So they made it a little bit stronger. Storm Raider Surge for the assassins, damage window is now 2.5, the movement speed is now 40%. But the biggest one is that you gain a 75% slow resistance during the Storm Raider Surge. I remember in PvE it was 100% slow resistance, and that was pretty brutal. So I guess they're just going to make it 75%. So that's pretty cool. It's definitely going to be for the Talons and stuff to just go in and then dip out. That'll be pretty exciting for them. Precision. Okay, this mastery was insane, so they're definitely going to nerf this one. That's pretty cool. From 5 to 3 and then 0.5.3. That's also what's going to make people want to move away from Thunderlords is precision, the flat penetration from precision being nerfed. So that's definitely going to make some people just be like, oh, Thunderlords isn't really worth it anymore. I'd rather just go Warlord's Bloodlust or Deathfire's Touch, because it wasn't just Thunderlord's Decree that made the Cunning Tree like, oh, this thing is super badass. It was also the precision. The flat scaling penetration was insane. And so for this thing to be nerfed, it's definitely going to make people say, well, I'd rather just instead of getting the hybrid flat pen, I'll just go for the percentage penetration on armor, or the percentage penetration on AP, and go either Deathfire's Touch, Fervor of Battle, Warlord's Bloodlust, instead of always going for Thunderlord's Decree. So we're definitely going to see some changes on that. Strength of the Ages, bonus upon reaching health cap, restore 100 health. Now instead it's 6% of your maximum health when nearby siege minion and large monster dies. That's definitely useful. 100 health, that was kind of an insult. I don't understand who the hell would ever use this. Literally, this mastery was meant for level 1 through 6. That's the only time this mastery would have ever mattered. So now that it's 6% of your maximum health, more people might look into it and be like, well, it's 6% of a maximum health I'm recovering off this, so this is definitely a lot more interesting than 100 health. Like, what the fuck? How is that a mastery? How is that a keystone mastery? 100 health. That sounds more just like a regular, 5 point whatever at the start of the tree. And Bond of Stone, damage reduction increased, but no longer doubles. So now you get a higher damage reduction, but it doesn't double when near an ally. Okay, that's cool. Well, luckily I don't play tank supports, so for me, I don't really give a shit, and that's a huge nerf for the tank supports. So that's going to be pretty cool. That's going to make my Zillion in lane a bit stronger against those people. And now Tenacity. For those not in the loop, disarms their ability. Okay, yeah, so Tenacity now affects disarms. And what Riot was saying was that disarms would be more like a Mumu's ult, where it said you were snared. People thought a Mumu's ult was a stun, but it's not. It's just you're snared, but at the same time you can't cast anything. So you're kind of just sitting there like, what the fuck? And same thing with Lu. When you get turned into a rabbit or whatnot, like, you can still move and stuff, but you're well, not when you're polymorphed. But I guess they're changing it to where those effects are now called disarms, and now Tenacity is going to make it to where it also reduces the timer on those. So that's how that's going to happen. Howling Abyss, that's whatever. I don't play Howling Abyss. If you guys do, go ahead and look into it for yourself. But I rarely ever play it. I mean, I'll play it with like streamers and stuff, but that's only when I'm bored or tilted and I just want to have fun with someone. Alright, bug fixes. Reverted an unintentional change to summoner name colors in the end of the game. Thank God. That was so dumb. I don't understand what the hell they were thinking with that one. Fix the bug where Echo's Q Time Wanders sometimes deals no damage on the way out at high levels on cooldown reduction. Jace's buffs from swapping to R. Mercury Cannon is no longer consumed without dealing damage when using W. Hypercharge to attack a structure. Casting no longer E forces. These are a bunch of... Let me read on champions that I actually play instead of just reading out random things. Fix the bug where splitting mastery points between piercing thoughts and battering blows granted the incorrect amount of stats. What the hell? Fix the bug where cases of champions are stated devoured, damaging themselves when using empowered basic attacks. What the fuck? Luden's Echo now procs an ability cast at max stacks. Damages a target after its caster dies. Just Torment. Deals increased damage to enemies affected by Ari's E charm. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, you definitely have to look into that one. Serratus Dirk's buff no longer occasionally consumes itself when granted by an empowered basic attack. Cinderhulk's basic effect can now as an hover range indicator. Alright, that's cool. ZZ Rod's portal, Zeke's arrow, Face of the Mind can now properly searchable by typing active. That's nice. Magisto Sealer has been added to the mana tab. Restored custom flame tail particles on Foxfire Ari. Alright, and then Challenger in Italy. Oh, alright. So that's all the patch notes. That was pretty long. Of course, it's expected. But yeah, the new season, thank God. The game was getting pretty stale in this whole preseason. And there was a lot of things that were pissing me off and just tilting me. So that's pretty cool. A lot of those things got fixed. And some new interesting stuff is going to happen. You're definitely not going to see 10-man Thunderlords anymore. You're definitely going to see a lot more different Keystone Masteries, so that'll be pretty interesting. Now me going Deathfire's Touch on my Zillion isn't so... I'm not going to be questioned about it. People aren't going to be like, why don't you have Thunderlord Zillion? It's like, well, because the Cunning Tree got nerfed. That's why. And also it's an unreliable proc. So now... Oh man, this new season is going to be so cool. So let's see what happens in this new season. Hopefully this patch comes out later tonight, like in the morning or tomorrow in the early eve hours, and then we can get to playing. Also start our preliminaries. Holy shit, preliminaries. That is going to be pretty fun. This is my first season ever hitting Diamond, so when I get into my preliminaries, I usually do really horribly because I have terrible luck when it comes to teammates or whatnot. So hopefully I don't get put in gold. That's really my main objective, is to not be put in gold after preliminaries. Because I can break out of platinum pretty easily. Like I remember when I was climbing, like gold was kind of difficult to get out of, but platinum I literally didn't see like any of plat. I just ran through platinum like it was nothing and hit diamond pretty quickly. So I think I can do that again, so long as I'm placing platinum, because I think they were the easiest players to read. I think that's what helped me get through it so quickly. They were just like, because they kind of knew what to do and they kind of didn't, so it was extremely easy to read them. Whereas like silver and gold players, they don't really do what they need to do, so it kind of screws with you and makes things difficult. But yeah, anyways, hopefully, like I said, this thing comes out tomorrow. If any of you guys play ranked or whatnot, I'm pretty sure you do. Good luck on your preliminaries, and I'll definitely be coming out with some highlight reels of those preliminaries, and send you guys the results of those 10 games. And yeah, thank God this preseason's over and these cheeses have been taken out of the game for now. But alright guys, I'll see you next time.